This is High Noon and welcome. Are you prepared to draw? I hope so. And I don't mean any of that liver lizard gun slinging stuff. And I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. You all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today? I hope you are all doing fine. Give me a moment to pop up the chat for DLive and for YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitch. That way I can see all the chats. I can see if anything special happens over on DLive and Twitch. Alright, okay. So we're doing a 3-panel page this time around. So, you know what, we're going to get this page out of here, because this is the page that we're going to be working on. Hopefully we'll be able to get it all drawn up, probably not colored this week. So of course, this is supposed to be 9 by 12, but I think the 12 goes right over to here. So let's get our measurements so we know how to break this up properly. So this shows to be about 8 1/4 in width. So or center 8 1/4. Now let's do it from the bottom here. So the height I'm not too concerned with. 2 1/4 end. You know what? I might go half instead, just to give myself some nice wiggle room. The good thing is I can just flip this like that. get it all set up again here, nice and easy. We do half there, there, here. There's the half there. Okay, so, and we will get this going. And Happy New Year's, everybody who's listening. Glad to have you all here. I hope you had a good New Year's Eve. I did. I was streaming I streamed on my channel for a bit. Then went over to my friend's channel, or a couple more friends' channels actually. So now let's see, how far much do we have here? We have make sure this is as flat as we can get it on the bottom. There we go. Okay, again, this sheet of paper doesn't seem to be quite as long as it's supposed to be told to be. I think they round up or something. So we have like 11 3/4. If we take half an inch, we got like 4 gutters. So that's, we end up being 2 inches. I think we're only going to take 1/4 gutters. On the sides. And this line looks awful off. But like I said, I'm going to take 1/4 gutters on the sides. So then it's going to be figuring out what we want to do with the inside space. So we'll have to measure that in a second here. Now we're going to have to take off 1/2 inch for gutters. And then try and divide it by 3 equally. Therein lies the task. So we have 11 1/4. So of course 3 inches will equal to at least 3 inches. So that gives us to 9. That gives us to 9.5, and that gives us 3/4 for gutters. We only need half, so we need 3 and 2 whatever's there. 2 marks in from a quarter or a half. So there's 3, there's 3.5. 2 marks in. That's not too bad. So line these marks up. You know what, I think I'm going to try and get all the marks on this bottom part done. There's that. So 3.5 plus 2 marks equals where we want to be. And then, of course, a quarter for the last gutter. These are going to be very thin panels. So there we go. Then we got to ink all these panels too, or ink the. Hey Eagle, how are you today? Okay, so you're thinking, what are you thinking about, Eagle? So I'm gonna put all the borders into here. So how late did you stay up last night, Eagle? I stayed up till like 5:30 in the morning, something like that. I was up at like 10. No, 9:30. What are you doing? Well, I'm doing a Cross Comics shorts for my webcams. So I'm mapping out the panels on a 9 by 12 piece of paper. They're a bit thin, the panels. I would have liked them to be a bit bigger. And, technically I've already mapped out the panels. I'm just inking the borders right now of the panels, I guess you would say. Bullet. And then I'm going to erase the lines, the pencil lines underneath, and then I'm going to start drawing. Although I think this one marker here needs a little bit more ink. I'm thinking about whether or not to upgrade the M1911 for the rest of the game. What is M1911? Ooh. I was thinking about doing the panels this way, but I could do the panels this way. Have maybe a tighter shot here, not full body like I was thinking. Maybe back a little. Here, I was also thinking about what made Marsupial unable to play the game. What game? The M1911? Again, what is M1911? And then here I could do my last shot back a bit further. M1911 is a pistol. Okay, it's a pistol, but somehow you're saying it's a game. So it's a game about that pistol? For the rest of the game. What game are you playing that needs the M13 or 1911? Parasite Eve, you can upgrade your weapons and keep one for New Game Plus. Ah, cool, I guess. Okay. I often wonder how people can like a series of games, like say Final Fantasy, and then not know about or look into any other games the company's studio has made. Well, probably some people just see games as they come out. They're only half concerned about the studio that made them. They're probably more concerned about how they look and how they play. How they sound, I guess, too. All those different things to make up the game. Because, you can have games by the same studio. It depends on, I guess, what interests you. Whether it's the genre or the company itself. Because they might make a game that's of a different genre that you would be interested in, necessarily. Then again, you might not know till you try either. So, it like be only reading Wolverine comics and not knowing there were Hulk comics. Well, they're both superheroes, so I'm not sure whether I would relate the two. Although they're two different types of superheroes. Uh, it'd be like only reading Wolverine comics and not knowing. Or it's like not knowing about the Avenger, the Whisper, or Doc Savage when you know about the Shadows. Square makes RPGs, that's what they do. Yeah, well, some companies stick to certain types of games, some don't. Depends on, who they employ, I guess. I would more conflate it to maybe reading Wolverine and not knowing about Archie comics. Because Archie and Wolverine are two totally different types of comics. Buck Rogers. Now, yeah, granted, Marvel doesn't make both, so maybe that's not even quite the right example either. Maybe you'd have to come up with, I don't know. Listen, I'm not knocking it. I'm just surprised if you enjoy a thing the company or a creator does that you don't, that you do that during your life you don't ever look at the rest of the catalog output. Now with the then again, it could be also uh, now today in today's age, it would be difficult not to with what I'm about to compare, but or it could be the shop say they're reading a Wolverine comic, and the shop that they have never the grocery store or whatever has never carried a Hulk comic. But in today's day and age, we have the internet, and you can find out easily what say Marvel puts out. Yeah, and it's not like Parasite Eve, Front Mission, etc. are obscure games. They are genre-defining games. I find people's interest in Scope's interest, especially when it concerns interesting, especially when it comes to their own interests. Then again, it could be it's not that they don't know about it; it's that they just don't like it too. So it's not like BattleTech isn't obscure either. The books may had many of the same writers as Shadowrun. Plus, they're both ROC and F9S9. Happy New Year, Tom. Yes, it seems like intentionally limiting exposure to something like that. You almost trip over the info on the internet these days. How was your New Year's Eve, Tom? It was my first year that I spent by myself. Well, I might have done that before. It was pretty relaxing, actually. Well, that's pretty good. Mine was pretty good. I did my stream from 10 to midnight, or just a little after. I was going to go longer, but my stream was buffering real hard, so... Hey, Rebellious Pastry. So I ended up going over to Metal's channel, the Vomitorium. We were on there till sometime after 2, my time. Then we stopped that, and I ended up on another friend's channel a little bit later called Tank Ferret. Got up that and ended up being up till about 5:30 in the morning, my time. So yeah, it was pretty good overall. Let's see. Eagle says, Rick, I think we should create a story called Parasite Atom. A disease is released, Insecto is infected. The only one who can save the world is the Assassin Snowdrift with a bit of freezing and sniper rounds. Yeah, that sounds like your alternate universe, Eagle. Let's see, Rebellious. My favorite YouTuber wondered what the wrench did, so he gave it to me, and him and I were playing with the wrench, seeing all of its functions. Cool. The wrench basically gives, I'd say, very close to the abilities of the owner of the channel, allowing to time people out, delete messages, hide people from the channel, that sort of stuff. Post links. Is the Cross Comics universe a part of the Omniverse? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Do I have a multiverse in the Cross Comics? Yes. Is it a part of DC's universe? Marvel's? No. Or other smaller creators? Universe? Not necessarily, but, you know, like, say John Dillard's The Buckler. Oh, then definitely, the Omniverse is definitely not all of fiction. No. The buckler is so cool. But as I was saying, in the buckler Ashcan, you see the Canadian shield, so you might be able to say the buckler is one of the alternate where the buckler is or John Dillett's buckler is one of the Cross Comics alternate universes. Although technically, at the same time, I would say the buckler. The buckler is part of what does John call his comic company? Cursed Comics. A complete character of the thing. Although I do have my version of the buckler. Although my version won't appear for quite some time in my comics. And Pope's got those watching eyes. What are you watching, Pope Raven? What are you watching? Or who are you watching, I guess? I'm watching this stream. True. So, how was everybody else's New Year's Eve? What did everybody do? I know Tom was saying he pretty much sat back and relaxed. I'm presuming at home by himself. It was a normal day. The best character is Assassins. My New Year's was good. I got a final pick, posted it for New Year's, laugh out loud. Yeah, the Come in America pick, right? I hope Dillard does an Assassin's Snowdrift versus Chad Buckler in his next book. Hoping we can all find common ground in 2021. Yeah. I'm going to miss last year. I'm not. Unfortunately, this year carried too much is carrying too much of last year's baggage into it, and I hope it gets rid of it soon. Uh, uh, it's all about wordplay in 2021, Rick. Good, then I should do good. I'm pretty good at wordplay. Rick, have you ever thought about scrapping the Canadian Shield universe and coming up with a new idea? The Cross Comics universe? Yeah, I have. Thought about scrapping it before. Well, maybe not scrapping it completely, but I'm not sure exactly how to describe it, but technically I have. Some of the stuff I actually do have out there. I do have a YouTube page for it and group. Dark Light Comics. I ordered some more games before the New Year's after Xmas, so I should be getting some stuff in the next week or two. Oh, that's good. But yeah, a few years ago when I was going through a little bit of crisis of faith, I came up with the Dark Light universe. I created some characters, not a lot. I would actually like to at some point explore that universe too. With these edgelords and emo designs, Rick, or these edgelords. No, I can show you if you want. Just let me go over to Clip Studio. So, you just watch The Crow on loop? No. And light is spelled L-I-T-E. Here's some. You got to remember these drawings are probably, I don't know, close to 10 years old. So we had Arctic Cold, Buckeye Wind. These are the heroes. Canadian Night. Force of Nature. Hamiltonian. Heat. Lioness. Mario. He's an angel. Night Dragon, spelled N-I-T-E for night. Pacifica. The Door. And Ultimate. There are a bunch of the heroes. I did have villains I made up too. I was doing the Chinese Zodiac, so Mario the Angel. Mario Lopez. Expanding Snake. Although I didn't use completely the thing, I did create some other villains based on whatever else. Fat Man, Ultimate Muscle. Fighting Tiger. I think that's Fighting Tiger. Yeah, Fighting Tiger. Lord Dragon. Master Rooster. Mad Rooster. Coaching Tiger. Boo. Master Pig. And that's supposed to be a whip, not a sickle or whatever. Night Beast. Rat Tails. Or Rat Tail? Yeah, Rat Tails. And then Treble the Clown, as in treble for the music. You should sue Mitch for stealing from you and making Red Rooster. Well, first of all, I don't know when he came up with the idea of Red Rooster. And his is a hero, mine's a villain. So there's those couple differences. And I'm sure there's a lot more. I don't know whether I ever came up with a bio for my Mad Rooster or not. I did get some of the supporting staff done too for it. I'm going to make base the mime. Base the mime. Do you have a base for that? Nothing like Treble the Clown. Rick, you've heard of Cyberpunk, Dieselpunk? Well, actually, I haven't heard of Dieselpunk. I've heard of Steampunk, though. What about Moose Punk? You make mooses out of everything? If Moose Punk is a thing, I've never heard of it. Don't forget China Punk, which I am the creator of. Says Bullet. The story will revolve around the generic mutation of mooses. Or genetic mutation of mooses. And will they act like punks? There's a question for Cyberpunk. Well, Cyberpunk, I can see where the punk comes from. But Crosspunk. Says Pope Raven. But where does the punk come in for steampunk? When your Far Eastern mysticism meets technology, you will find China punk. Okay, but where does the punk part come from? Punk is a genre of music, it's type of people, so to speak. So are the people all in steampunk act like, punk kids or what? Uh, that's interesting. I know that's why I created it. The shadow delved into a lot of Eastern mysticism, says Eagle. I think about Once Upon a Time in China, but with mechs and flying vehicles. Uh, by Once Upon a Time, I don't. You talking Once Upon a Time, the show that was here? Combine it with Once Upon a Time, or combine it with China and then with mechs and vehicles flying around? Because I haven't heard of Once Upon a Time in China. Oh, Once Upon a Time in China is a film with Jet Li. Okay, well, I've never seen it then. How about multi-layered cities? Any of those? Yes. So, did you just create this China punk, or have you had it for a while, Bullet? If I had a wrench, I'd post the trailer. I'm sure Eagle can find it. He's good at that. But then again, it's not just a random link, so maybe not so. Eagle is the Sans wrench as well. Did I take Eagle? Oh yeah, I did take Eagle's wrench away. I forgot. Okay, well then. There you go, Bullet. Well, I'm taking it and giving it back so many times, Eagle. It's also a great film series. Yeah, Marsupial is going to be beside himself. Another person to compete with the wrench. The question is, will Bullet do something to get his wrench taken away? Marsupial. What? We'll never know that you have a wrench? I think if he comes in the chat, he'll figure that out with the wrench beside your name. Eric, I guess Snowdrift won't appear in my Africa Punk story. I will lose my wrench in the name of comedy. Oh, everybody! Timothy launched Melvin last night. Or yesterday. Sometime. I'm not sure exactly when. Here, let me get a link for anybody interested. Who is Timothy? Pope put it first, Eagle. I heard about that behind a Walmart. Stop copying me, Pope. Darn it. Not that loud. Timothy Olsen, he's been in the chat a little bit. Well, you probably wouldn't know. Eagle should know. Pope might not because, Pope hasn't been around a lot lately. Timothy is on the role-playing game that we've been playing, although he hasn't been there the last couple of weeks because he had to work. He was on last night for a bit on my channel, and he was on the Vomitorium as well. But he's creator of Melvin. We did an interview with him. I forget when now. Probably back September or maybe earlier. About when he first had Melvin on Indiegogo. This is his second go round. So hopefully we can. Well, he's got a $500 flexible goal, so it's going to happen. But hopefully we can get it higher for him. I know it's on some other planet out there in the universe. Some sort of warlordish type thing. Or maybe I'm wrong. I know the guy has superpowers. Hopefully he's going to be on. We're going to have him on Friday night. Or not Friday night. Monday night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and be talking about it. Like I said, I did have a show where we talked with him about his first campaign. Let's see whether I can find it. Since you don't remember, it must have been boring and not worth backing. Oh, it's definitely worth backing. I would say anyways. I'll get shareable link. Obviously, I would say not listen to it right now, but there is the interview with him back from July. Sorry, it was July 13th. We talked to him. Rick, is Timothy going to be the new Brandon? I doubt it, since Timothy's not coming on a regular basis, or even a semi-regular basis. Although Timothy might be trying to do his own streams pretty soon. So you'll get the fun and joy of teasing him on his own channel, possibly. Brandon was a good soul, rest in peace, brother. Will you be Timothy's Brandon? Hey, Connor, how you doing? Glad to see you. Happy New Year. I see your mom replied with a Happy New Year to my Happy New Year post on Facebook. So I'm not sure whether you've been here since Christmas, but I think you have actually. So what did the fat guy bring in? And I don't mean your grandfather. And what'd you do for New Year's? I know, so many questions. So many questions! Slow down, man, slow down! I can never type so fast! And I'm not sure whether you'd be interested, but tonight I'll be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 online. Okay, there we got one character inked in. Okay, well, what's everybody got planned for the new year? I'll draw him in. I think we're going to do panel 1 now. What's your plans? Well, plan number 1 is to launch the Cross Comics coloring book on January 7th. And plan number 2 is by the time it's the campaign is complete and funded, or however you want to say it, and fulfilled, to be ready to launch the Canadian Shield number 2 and Snowdrift number 1. At least cost comics wise, and then hopefully if I'm making enough money, be able to start people on Canadian Shield number 3 and Snowdrift number 2, and maybe the Flame number 1. And I'd really like to hit the 1,000 mark here on YouTube. But I'm not sure how much, I have. Some of that stuff I have control over. Some of it I don't. That's some of my plans for this year. Yeah, I would really like to be, as soon as Canadian Shield number 2 and Snowdrift number 1 is fulfilled, I would like to be starting a campaign for Canadian Shield number 3 and Snowdrift number 2 and Flame number 1. And of course, I'm going to be doing all these shorts, so maybe all the shorts might end up in some sort of book near the end of the year too. Snowdrift and Assassins. Well, Eagle, you can write it. You can even get it drawn up by somebody, or try to. And maybe I'll put it on my site somewhere as fan fiction. I know what you're crying for. That's a better response than you've ever gotten before for me on it. Why draw it? I'll just write the story. It'll probably be better. Well, yeah, I guess you could just write it. And again, I guess I could find somewhere to place it on my website. And remember tonight, doing Red Dead Redemption. If you want to see my character creation for it, I have put that on the Pied Piper, my Pied Piper account. Snowdrift will assassinate Insecto. You can write it here, Eagle. Yeah, he could write it in here, but there'd be more chance of people reading it if I actually put it on my website, I think. Because although I won't get rid of the stream, I don't think people are going to come to the chat and read it afterwards. Detective PR. Jeez, I'd just like to know. It might be funny to realize. And what are you having Insecto being? Have you decided to include any of my other characters in this Snowdrift story? Man, if everybody could share this out, that would be really nice. That would be nice. Let me guess, Pope. That would be nice, but you're not nice. Or are you nice? I don't know. Yes, you're nice, Pope. You did the coloring job for free for the Canadian Shield #1. Well, there's a question I didn't ask. How did it feel? Well, I'm assuming you opened. I'm nice to Mr. John Gilbert. Um, I'm assuming you opened your parcel. How did it feel to see your name in the book? For the coloring job? Well, Pope Raven, your name Pope Raven. Let's see. I bring it up. I just can't put it. So, right there. Colors, Pope Raven. Page 3. It is an honor to be mentioned with John Dillon. I like how you're so formal, Mr. John Dillon. Oh, okay. So, wanted to do. White pen. Pope Raven. He's live? Jeez. Doesn't look like he's live right now. That's not John. Just kidding, that's my Asian uncle. He's streaming art. Cool. His name is Kenya. I was going to say Dillard is looking rather Asian today. I thought that channel said Damien or something like that. Let's see. Daro Minion? Minion? And hello, Marsupial. How are you this afternoon? I like Asian too. And Eagle, you might like this little short that I'm doing here. Because we have the flame doing whatever here. He's all fired up. Still fired up. And then smack, he gets hit with something. Seems to be icing him over. And now we got Snowdrift on the ground with a downed flame, probably covered in some ice. Why has she attacked the flame? I have no idea. It's just to create a little quick sketch, which you'll see the words to once we put it up on Webtoons. Once I put it up on, get it done and put it up on Webtoons. Rick, did you see what Kenya was drawing? Some sort of girl? Anime girl? In a crouched position? Kenya is best at. Hey, Mallet, Happy New Year. He was drawing his mother. Okay. Kenya was. How are you today, Mallet? How was your New Year's Eve? We good and uneventful. Yeah, mine was good, or I'm good. It was good, and yeah, for the most part, uneventful. Oh, and anybody that wants to that's listening that hasn't heard, Timothy has launched his book Melbourne over on Indiegogo. So go check that out. Share it out. You can't purchase, share it out. I know he'd be very much appreciative of that. As you know, probably know, we did a bit here on Crest Comics, then we ended up going on the Vero Vittorium. And then I ended up going on Tank Ferret's channel. He was streaming Skyrim with a whole bunch of mods, and then he did some Cyberpunk 2077. Tonight I will be gaming Red Dead Redemption with Meta, hopefully. So we've almost got this done. We well, we got almost this frame done here. We do have to still draw the flame in this spot here. I'll probably end up doing this off stream as we've only got a couple more minutes here. Probably just enough to put the hand on here or the foot. I don't get it. You don't get what? This. Any of it. What? The pictures? Well, once it's colored and, well, he's flying along or he's doing whatever there. He's got a girl with a jar of milk. He gets blasted, you're not sure by what, and then you see Snowdrift with him on the ground. So, by blasted by some ice and chunked over a little. So he's fallen to the ground. He's going to have some ice on him, so it's Snowdrift that's taking him down. Why? There's no reason. It's just some fun. We're going to have some words with it, which will hopefully make it maybe a little funnier or whatever. So you meant she says something. No, I do not. I never said she killed him. I just said she took him down. There can be any number of reasons to take a hero down. Another hero down. And she didn't get paid for it, so. Because unless you're getting paid, you're just a killer. And this isn't canon. So, like, all the whammies, she's fickle and uses her powers without thinking or being responsible. Like I said, these are just going to be little shorts, hopefully funny usually, just to get a little bit of a laugh. Especially once the words are with it. What type of takedown was it? Well, as you can see, maybe she sells somebody afterwards. He's still alive, Eagle. At best, this might make her a bounty hunter. So yeah, off stream I will finish his hand. There, and then I will draw him in here. And maybe put some background in here. And then next week we will color it all in and put the words in. No, I am not Bullet. And he wouldn't be Runaway, he'd be Flyaway. So, anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in and watching as I create this little mini comic that has nothing to do with canon. This never happens in the Crossverse. Once I put words to it, you will. Yeah, at 2 o'clock. I went for 2 hours, Pope Raven. So, we'll catch you all later. Hopefully you'll be watching tonight as I play Red Dead Redemption Online. Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. So, bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful